What's going on YouTube? It's Wagerbomb here, bringing you guys another Borderlands 2 skill tree build for Axton the Commando. So I was pretty much looking through this earlier just to get a gist of how I would want to build my character if I went with the Commando class. Going through all of these, he really doesn't have that great of skills in this one, unlike with the soldier in Borderlands, where he was able to heal you, his turret was able to regen all kinds of stuff like your health, your ammo, and it was just nice to have that, and you were able to shoot guys, to heal them. The soldier class in Borderlands 2 was pretty badass. Going into Borderlands 2 with the Commando class, it's not as great, if you ask me, if you're used to playing as the soldier or that type of support class. So just looking through it, I couldn't find great skills for this guy. He has some alright skills to where he's able to deploy 2 turrets. His turret will launch a nuke as well as soon as it's deployed. Like, he has some pretty good skills, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he has great skills like the soldier class did in the Borderlands 2. Oh, Borderlands, I'm sorry. So let's get into this. Obviously, starting off, you gotta go with your saber turret. Action skill: deploy a saber turret, which automatically fires at enemies when you're near the saber turret. Reclaim it to refund some of your cooldown. The cooldown is 42 seconds. That's also a ridiculously long cooldown, if you ask me, for a skill. And the maximum that you can bring it down to that I found is 31.5 seconds, because you can get a 25% reduction on it. That's it. I didn't see anything else, so hopefully there's going to be some class mods that are out there that you can be able to put on to where your cooldown rate is going to be a lot lower, and there's going to be some extra cool stuff on it. Again, we don't know this yet because it hasn't launched yet. There really hasn't been a lot of details on it. So again, I went with the saber turret, and then after that, I went over here to the gorilla class, or gorilla tree, I should say, and I went ahead and I put 5 points into sentry. Increase the number of shots your saber turret fires in each burst. Also increases your saber turret's duration. So I went ahead and did that, and so it gives you a +10 to duration, +10 seconds. I'm sorry, to the duration. And you get +5 shots fired per burst. So that kind of makes that turret a little worthwhile of having. So you're just going to have an extra 10 seconds on it. I'm not too sure how long that saber turret stays out there. My guess is around maybe 10 seconds is what it actually stays out there. So it's probably going to get a 10-second boost, which is pretty cool. So it kind of makes that cooldown a little bit worth it going this route. And then I went ahead and I put 5 more points in the laser sight. It increases the accuracy of your saber turret. So I went ahead and did 5 points in that one. That gives me a +50% accuracy to my saber turret, which makes it a lot more deadly, if you ask me. And then last but not least, in the gorilla tree, I went ahead and I just put 1 into scorched earth. It adds multiple rocket pads to your saber turret, and so it's going to be 22 rockets per volley. I'm not too sure how many volleys it's going to have. Maybe a volley like every 5 seconds maybe, so having that extra 10 seconds out there will be really nice. And after that, I went over here to the survival tree, and I went ahead and I did 5 points in healthy, and that increases your maximum health by 30%. And I also did preparation. It increases your shield capacity. I also did 5 points in that, mainly to skip this next line because I didn't find anything good in there. So with preparation with 5 points in it, you get a shield capacity of +15%, and a regen of +2% to your health per second when shields are full. That's kind of important there because you don't want to have to be running around picking up all kinds of health vials or health packs, whatever they're going to be calling them in this one. So with a full shield, you regen health, which is really nice. I'm not Also, just looking at this, I'm kind of speculating. I'm not going to be too sure because I also saw this in a few other of the classes. I'm not too sure if they're going to have shields in Borderlands 2 that are going to be regenning your health. I'm not too sure. Again, don't quote me specifically on it. We'll find out when we launch the game. Alright, and then after that, like I said, I skipped these two. Last Ditch, I really don't plan on going down a lot. I never really did go down a lot in Borderlands. I was always the safe guy, jumping around, shooting the guys from afar. That was me. You guys might play different, so you might want to actually have Last Ditch effort in there. And then also Pressure. I didn't really care for it. It's nice, but I didn't care for it. So I kind of skipped that one. And then I went right ahead down here to Forbearance. Reduces the duration of status effects on you. So burn, corroded, electrocuted, and slagged. Also increases your maximum health. So again, this is another max health increase. Very nice, if you ask me. So it gives you status effect duration minus 40%. So if you're slagged for 10 seconds or something like that, it's going to minus that by 40%. It's going to roughly give you a 6-second one rather than having straight up 10 seconds on you, which is really nice. And it gives you a maximum health of plus 5%. So right now we're sitting at what, plus 35% on your health, which is really nice if you ask me. Alright, and then I went right over here to Flanked Shield. Your Saber Turret projects a protective shield. The shield attempts to block enemy ranged attacks, but lets friendly ranged attacks pass through. And in movement and melee attacks are not affected. So that means that they can come through your shield and jack your shit. Alright, so be careful with that, but it's a nice one to have. That way you guys can sit there and like build back up your shields and be ready to go run out and kill some more shit. Alrighty, after that, I went ahead and did 5 in Resourceful. Alright, this is the one that decreases your cooldown. So, bring that up all the way. It gives you a plus 25% cooldown, like I said earlier. So that's going to bring your turret deployment down to 31.5 seconds. And like I was saying, I hope there's a mod that brings it down a little bit more. I could be wrong. Alright, and then I went ahead and took Maglock. Your Saber Turret can be deployed on walls and ceilings, which is really, really nice. Throw the turret up onto a ceiling, it's harder for the enemy to go up to it and kill it, which would be nice. Alrighty, and then I took 3 in Grit just to get it so I can get the next one down. Grit is you gain a chance to ignore damage that would otherwise kill you. In addition to not taking damage from the attack, you regenerate half your maximum health, which is really nice if you ask me. That's a 12% chance of ignoring death. The maximum really didn't entice me enough to throw all 5 points in there. That's why I didn't. But some people might want to. And then I just went ahead and did 1 in Gemini. Allows you to deploy 2 Saber Turrets. Sometimes one just isn't enough. So with that, I still have 8 more points to play with. And what I ended up doing after this is I tried my hardest. I don't think I'm able to do it at all. I really wanted to get the longbow turret with this build, but it's impossible. Because you need 5, 10, you need at least 10 more to actually get it. I don't see anywhere that I want to really take points away from on this. Maybe I'll take 1 point off of this. Just wait, 1 inch a little closer to the longbow turret. But the way this build is, I like it. And with the extra 8 points, I went ahead and... which ones did I throw in? I can't remember. Oh, I did this one, Impact. I did 5 points in this one. And what this does is it increases your gun damage and melee damage. So your gun damage is up plus 20% and your melee damage is up plus 15%. And then I also went with I can't remember. I think this is the one that I'm missing. Yeah. Yeah, this was it. Alright, so ignore this one. There's supposed to be 3 in this one. And it's supposed to be 5 in this one. So I kind of jacked that one up, and I really don't feel like resetting it and throwing them all back in there so you can see exactly how my build would come out. But I put it in a quick charge. Kill skill, killing an enemy causes your shields to quickly regenerate for a short time. This is the basic that I want to go with. This probably isn't the most overpowered. There's probably better skill tree builds out there for the soldier class. But I wasn't that impressed with this commando class at all. It's probably not a character I will be using in Borderlands 2, but it's definitely a character that can be used if built correctly. Like I said, it's not for me. If you guys think of any other better ways to build this guy, please leave them in the comments. This is just the way a basic build is what I was going with on this, just to kind of get the better skills out of it. So if you guys want, you can leave me a comment letting me know what you guys would have done better or different than what I've done. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys get any information out of this like I did. I love doing these videos right now. It's very informative for myself, and I'm just trying to get that information out there for you guys. So if you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again.